Hello everyone, welcome to SOS Classroom, and from today we are starting the new subject, that is anatomy and physiology. Different types of unit we will discuss later. So today is the first unit we will discuss. So let's start the first unit. The first unit is the first unit is the general introduction of the anatomy terms and organization of the human body. What are the medical terms generally used for the anatomy and physiology, and how the organization of the human body by the different levels and different organs, different systems, so we will discuss in details. So what are the key points we will discuss in this unit? First is the meaning of anatomy and physiology. What is the meaning of anatomy and what is the meaning of physiology? We will discuss. Next, we will discuss introduction to anatomical terms. What are the general anatomical terms used in the anatomy and physiology? Next is the anatomical planes. Different types of planes cut the body in different segments. We will discuss in this topic. Next is the body movements. What are the body movements? General body movements involved in the this topics we will discuss. Next, discuss all body systems and level of structural organization. How the different levels mix together to form the body, and how the organs, different system mix together to form the human body. We will discuss. Next is the body cavities. How many body cavities present in the human body? Next, we discuss abdominal regions and different types of quadrants. What are the abdominal regions? There are 9 regions we will discuss. And quadrants, different type of quadrants, and what are the organs situated and that particular segments we will discuss. Next, the cell structures. What is the general cell structures? How it is formed, we will discuss in this topic. Next is the cell division. How the cell makes their copies from one to the another. What is mitosis, what is meiosis, what is amylosis, we will discuss in details. Next is the tissue and their types. How many types of tissue? What are the types of tissue? In this topic we will discuss later. Next is the membrane and glands. What are the types of membranes present in your body, and how many glands present in your body, and what are the functions, what are the structures of different types of membrane and glands in your body. So we will discuss in detail all the things. So first of all, we start the general anatomy and physiology. What is the meaning of the anatomy and physiology? So generally, anatomy means the structural study of the body parts. Their relation to one another. Their relation to one another means what are the structures connected with the structures. For example, this is your heart. So if you are studying only the heart, what are the chambers of the heart? What are the layers of the heart? How many ventricles of the heart? How many vessels of the heart? And what is the muscular structure of the heart? Pericardium, myocardium, endocardium, and how many chambers, how many ventricles. These all are the study. It comes under the anatomy. Means we are studying only the structural part, how it is formed in our body. So this is the anatomy. Anatomy means the only the structural study of the body parts and their relationship with the one another structures. Next is the physiology. Physiology means function of the body parts. Structural study already completed. Then how it is work in your body. That is comes under the physiology. For example, same heart. This is a function of the heart. Now it is beating 72 beats per minute. You can see this is filling and empty, filling and empty. This is the function of the heart. And how it is working? What are the conduction system of the hearts? SA node, AV node, bundle of phase, bundle branches, Purkinje fibers. How the electrical signal transfer from the SA node to the Purkinje fibers. Then how the contraction of the muscles, that is the myocardium layer, how it is work, we will discuss. This comes under the physiology of the anatomy and physiology. Next, discuss the branches of anatomy. Different types of branches we will do the study. First is there are mainly four branches. In that, first is the gross and macroscopic anatomy. Gross or macro means the study we can do by the naked eyes without using any microscope. We are studying the structural study of the body parts. It may be stomach, it may be intestine, it may be heart, it may be liver, different types of body parts. If we are studying with the naked eyes without using of the microscope, that comes under the gross or macro anatomy. So generally we will discuss the gross and macro anatomy because it's easily we can see by the help of the naked eyes. Next branch is the microscopic anatomy. In the microscopic anatomy, we can't see the structural study by the naked eyes. So if you are doing the microscopic anatomy, you have to use the microscope. So by the using of the microscope, we are doing the study that is comes under the microscopic anatomy. And third is the developmental anatomy. Developmental anatomy, especially for the embryological development, how the embryo development in the woman's womb, in the uterus, how the body formation occurs in the human or woman's womb, that comes under the developmental anatomy. And last is the specialized anatomy. Specialized anatomy means the different regions. For example, if you are suffering from the disease condition and that condition, some structural changes occurs in your body, that comes under the specialized anatomy. So specialized anatomy divided into different regions we will discuss later. So there are four branches of the anatomy. First is the gross microscopic anatomy, means we can study with the naked eyes. Microscopic anatomy, we will do the study with the use of microscope. Developmental anatomy, by using of developmental means fetus growth in the woman's womb, then we will study. And specialized anatomy means the specific conditions, for example, in the disease conditions, we will do the study that comes under the specialized anatomy. So first is the gross anatomy. So gross anatomy means the study we can do with the using of the naked eyes. So first you can see here regional, another name also called macroscopic, another name also called cadaveric. So regional, macroscopic, cadaveric means all structures in one part of the body, for example, abdomen and leg region, etc. So region means there is a specific region. For example, your upper extremities, your lower extremities, your chest segment, your abdominal segment, your cranial cavity segment. So this is the particular region of your body. If you are doing the study of a particular region, that comes under the regional or macroscopic or cadaveric anatomy. Next, another types of the gross anatomy is the systemic anatomy. Systemic anatomy means you are studying a whole body systems. All are the body systems. There are 11 body systems we will discuss later. Then all are the body system you are studying, that comes under the systemic anatomy. And last is the surface anatomy. Study of internal structures. How the internal structures form in your body, that comes under the surface anatomy. So these are the another division of the gross anatomy, that is regional, systemic and surface. Next is the microscopic anatomy. So microscopic anatomy means we study the structure by using of the microscope. So first is the cytology, study of the cells. When you are taking the samples from the body, then you have to do the study of the cells, that comes under the cytology, study of the cells. Next again is the study of the tissues. When you are using the samples as a tissue during the surgery, especially in the cases of the cancers, that comes under the histology. Histology means the study of the tissue structures by using of the microscope. Especially in the pathological labs, we do this type of study. Next is the third is the developmental anatomy. Developmental anatomy means embryology. Embryology means the study of developmental changes of the body before birth. Before birth means in the uterus. When the fetus is development in the female uterus, that study is called the embryology. So embryology study generally we do in the gynecological departments. Next, number four and last is the specialized anatomy. Specialized anatomy in the specific regions we will do in this. So specialized anatomy again divided into three sections. First is the pathological or clinical, second is the radiographic, and third is the comparative anatomy. Pathological clinical region means if you are doing the anatomy in the case of the disease conditions. For example, you are suffering from any disease. For example, you are suffering from the myasthenia gravis, Alzheimer's disease. Then, and that condition, you are studying of the patient brain. That comes under the pathological or clinical anatomy. Next is the radiographic. The radiographic means you are studying in the detailed structure of your internal organs by using of the X-ray, MRI, and CT scan. Different type of radiological investigation you are doing and study of internal structures especially in the case of the problems of the body, in the case of the disease conditions, that comes under the radiographic anatomy. Next is the comparative anatomy. Comparative anatomy means the study of the similarities. Similarities, it may be the similarities with the different types of animals, different type of words, in the different anatomical structure of different species. Generally, the human study comparative with the monkey body. So, monkey body and human body comparatively, it's the same. So, this comes under the comparative anatomy. So, generally, this type of anatomy we do in the research studies. You can see here comparative anatomy, the human anatomy comparative with the birds and human anatomy comparative with the animals. So generally human body is generally mixed with the monkey's body. So these all are about the branches of the anatomy. Now we will discuss the terms used in the anatomy and physiology. What are the medical terms used in the anatomy and physiology? So I am telling you only the basic terms used in the anatomy and physiology. Number one is the anatomical position. So before starting the anatomical terms, you have to know about what is the actual position of the anatomy. Anatomical position, how to stand. You can see here. This is your anatomical positions. Body should be erect. Feet slightly apart, and means feet cannot touch, and palm facing forward. You can see this is the palm facing the anterior side, means forward, and thumbs point away from the body. You can see here thumbs point away from the body. This part means thumb cannot attach with the fingers. So this is your anatomical position from the anterior view, and this is your anatomical position from the posterior view. When you are standing in that position, then we will start the different types of medical terms used in the anatomy. Next position is the supine and prone position. So there are different types of position you will study in the fundamental of nursing, but here is the supine and prone position. For example, if you are patient, then in that condition, if you have to tell that maintain the supine position, maintain the prone position for the different type of study in a different type of conditions, different type of disease condition, in that conditions, supine position means head moving forward, upper side, and this is the prone position. So these are the basically positions used in the anatomy. So next term is the superior and inferior. So these are the medical terms. Superior means cranial. Superior, another name is cranial, and inferior is the caudal. You can see this is the anatomical position, and superior portion means toward the head side. Toward the head side, you can see here superior position, and this is the inferior term means toward the leg side or away from the head. You can see this is the inferior, another name is the caudal. Superior, another name is the cranial. So superior position toward the head side, And inferior position away from the head side or toward the leg side. Next is the anterior and posterior. Anterior means in front of the body. You can see in front of the body, anterior. Another name is the ventral. And posterior or dorsal. Posterior dorsal means back of the body, back side of the body. This back side of the body position is called a posterior or dorsal surface or dorsal positions. And next, in the anterior or ventral means in front of the body lines. So these are the medical terms. Next is the medial and lateral. Medial means middle line of the body. This is the medial line toward the middle line or middle of the body. And lateral means away from the middle line. Away from the middle line means it may be the right side, it may be the left side. So lateral position divided into two positions like away from the middle line, right side, right lateral, away from the middle line, left side with the left side midline positions, lateral positions, medial position and lateral position. Next position is the proximal and distal positions. Distal medical terms. Proximal means nearest point of attachment to your limb or structures. Proximal means near your trunk structure. Trunk is this is your trunk area, and proximal means nearby the body, and distal means away from the body or away from the attachment of your limb or structures. For example, this is upper limb and this is your lower limb. And upper limb attached here in the shoulder and lower limb attached in the pelvic regions. So proximal area occurs in the pelvic region and distal area occurs in the foot side. Now here in the hands or upper extremities, proximal area toward the shoulder side and distal area toward the hand side. So these are the proximal nearest points of attachment to the limb or structures and distal away from the point of attachment or limb or structures. Next term is the superficial and deep. Superficial means toward the body surface or upper side of the body, and deep means away from the body or depth structure of the body. You can see here superficial, these are the superficial muscles of the body. Intermediate, inside, not a deep but not a superficial, and deep, depth of the body size. So these are the superficial, deep and intermediate medical terms. Next is the terms palmar and plantar. Palmar means, you can see here, palmar surface of the hands. Next is the plantar. Plantar means the sole or bottom surface of the foot. You can see here, this is the bottom surface of the foot and this is the dorsal surface of the foot. So this surface is called a plantar surface and upper surface is called a dorsal surface. In the hands, upper side of the hands, this is palmar surface. Back side of the hand is a dorsal surface, and away from the body, this is distal part, and nearby to the body, this is proximal parts. So these all are the medical terms, general basic medical terms we study in this. So this is all about the branches of the anatomy, different types of medical terms used in the anatomy. And in the next video, we will discuss in the anatomical planes. Different types of anatomical planes we will discuss in the next video. Click on the next video and study the anatomical planes. Till then, thank you. Take care.